You're listening to the Heated Bros podcast with your hosts, Casey Reeves and Joseph Ramos.
Well, it's because he was. Have you seen Baby Driver? Yeah. So you know how they do that cool like drifting and all that stuff? He tried doing that, but Michael Bay doesn't know how to film, and he was shaking the camera. And then he'd go between this guy's like angle, like Fast and the Furious shit. And I'm just like, what the fuck?
It's called style. Okay, learn about it.
Michael Bay's style sucks. We've always known that.
Bay style.
That's where you have lots of explosions, early climaxes.
Early climaxes. Michael Bay. What's up?
It's only 30 seconds into the Transformers movie. Why is Optimus
He just
like...
blew his load.
He did. Remember what was that? Forrest and Joe wouldn't stop quoting this part, and they were pretty hammered. It was like, "I'm the law" or something like that. They were smashed.
My face is the
That's
law.
right. I'm not even kidding you. I'd just be sitting there in the theater. This was a long ass movie. Joe just leaned in. My face is the law. Like, what the fuck? I mean, luckily no one was in the theater. Like, I don't know why we.
It was an awful movie.
It was a bad
we
movie.
watched it because Marky Mark was in it.
Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah, Transformers 3.
Yeah.
What's it
Was
called?
3? No, I thought this was like 4 or 5.
I don't fucking remember.
This one was like.
It's where Marky Mark has the Transformers in his garage.
Yeah.
And the police are after him.
Yeah.
And it's complete dog shit.
Oh, did you see? I'm gonna watch it tonight. Honey Boy's on Amazon.
Is it?
Yeah, for free if you have
It's a
Amazon Prime.
I've already seen it.
I didn't get to see it.
I don't feel like being sad. Just yet. There will come a day.
One day. Oh, so. Well, welcome to Heated Bros. This is where we talk about a lot of fun stuff. Alex, have you seen this movie called One Cut Above the Dead on
One Cut of the Dead.
Yeah, One Cut of the Dead.
Yeah.
It's actually a pretty good movie. What do you think?
It's mad decent. If you haven't seen One Cut of the Dead, it's like the whole first half is a one-take zombie movie that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I don't want to ruin anything, but then it like shifts gears and kind of tells you the backstory of how things led to that.
Well, what I liked about it was the first half of it, I'm like, man, this is really shitty looking to be 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. And then it
Yeah.
was like, we're a movie filming a movie. And I was like, oh, that's a little meta, but that's interesting.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, that's probably as far as I'm going to go, but like more stuff happens.
Right. They're filming a zombie movie that becomes a zombie
Yeah.
movie, which is just, it's really good.
It was really good. I watched the whole thing after I finished it. It was like 2 a.m. and I almost wanted to be like, have you seen this movie? This movie was really good.
Yeah, and if you haven't seen Found Footage 3D, the 2D version, that's also another good horror
another
movie
one?
about making a horror movie that becomes a horror movie. So it's not an original idea, but
Yeah.
it was executed really well.
Well, I like
in
when,
both.
Yeah, I like when, because everyone said, I was reading, they're like, people were mad that this was snubbed of being like in the foreign category for Oscars because it didn't hit the U.S. until, I guess, last year. But it was filmed in like 2018 or something, I guess. I don't know.
Well, I saw it on an airplane last summer, and then I found it on Shudder.
Yeah.
And watched it again. I watched it twice.
Yeah. I could. It was good. It was really good. It surprised me.
Yeah.
I have to like get abuse of my free Shudder account for a while because then I'm just gonna cancel it.
There's some really impressive camera work, even for like how kind of shitty found footage it is. It's really impressive that they go 45 minutes without a single, even like the fake cuts that movies like 1917 and Birdman make, where they like, oh, we're gonna pan past this corner and it's clearly a cut.
Yeah.
There's nothing. There's just like 45 minutes of fucking zombies. It's great.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah, like through the whole movie, I'm just like, is this real? I'm
real
like,
life?
I'm so confused on this movie. I was like,
and there's some great. I bet Joe would. He would enjoy the commentary on like behind the scenes shitty directors.
Oh yeah,
like all that stuff. It's pretty fun.
They did some pretty smart stuff. I think. I was hoping you'd see it because I was like, this is either one of those movies where you're gonna be like, I loved it or hate it. I don't know if it's really got anything else to it.
It's something different.
Yeah.
In terms of horror.
I just like when someone takes a zombie category and like does something new, like Shaun of the Dead. I loved that movie just because
Yes.
they flip the script and they're like, oh, you're used to, George R. Romero, and then all of a sudden we've got comedy and
Yeah. Zombie movies are great. I think they're not my favorite kind of horror movie, but they're like definitely, they have a special place in my heart. After Shaun of the Dead is like one of the movies that raised me.
see,
And then
I watched a lot of George R. Romero movies growing up.
George Romero.
Yeah,
Or
and-
George R. Martin.
Is it
Are you
R.R.?
confusing the two?
No, it's George.
It's a blend of the two.
Yeah,
You know, you got the black and white zombie movie and those ice zombies.
Ice zombies.
Same guy.
same guy. Because I liked what he did. I liked the one where they're in the mall. Was that Dawn of the Dead?
Yeah.
The remake was okay.
The remake,
fun.
the first 10 minutes of the remake are
That was
flipping
really good.
cool.
I liked the scene where they're like,
bus was
kill
kinda
J Lo, or no, what is it? No, it's they're killing like hosts and stuff. I forgot who they got. They're like Jimmy Kimmel or something, and then the guy like snipes him. I can't remember who it was. They just went through different hosts.
Wait, did the Joker fucking steal that from that movie?
right?
The Battery is a great zombie movie. I don't know. Some people don't like it. It's really low budget,
Yeah.
which I think is impressive. A24 just came out with a zombie movie. It Comes at Night. It's really good.
Oh, that looked good. That looked good. I like zombie movies because there's just so much you can do differently. Mm-hmm. Like, there's never a script that's like zombies have to follow these 5 things. Like, you can, like, when Romero made Land of the Dead, it was an okay movie, but I like how he made the zombies get smarter. They could use weapons. And
Yeah.
everyone was like, oh, why would they do that? And I'm like, I kind of like that. It's different.
You guys remember Warm Bodies?
No,
Warm Bodies was a zombie falling in love, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he comes back to being a human, I think.
Yeah, that was gay
That
as
was
hell.
weird. I think that's the only one where it's like,
It was pretty good. It was fine.
that was in the Twilight.
28
era.
Days Later, dude.
I like
Pretty
28.
awesome.
Was it 28 Weeks Later? That was a really good one with Jeremy Renner.
Yeah. Those ones were fun.
I wish they could have made the 28 months.
Wasn't it planned?
It never went through. They're still trying. The guy's like, I still want to make it. I'm like, it's been too long, and I think you're fucked.
I would watch it.
What's his face?
That director who's really famous.
28 Hours, Slumdog Millionaire. What the fuck's his name?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Some name. I know he's famous.
Yeah.
Probably should know his name.
Well, Joe looks it up. We're not sponsored by Corona, but we're going to get the coronavirus.
We gotta give it up to Corona in this trying time. Their
Apparently their
sales,
stocks dropped.
Corona sales are way down, and we're trying to support them
We like
best
you.
as we can.
While
Danny
Joe's
Boyle.
drinking your...
Danny Boyle, that's it.
Well, Joe's drinking the competition Modelo. Mondu? Yeah, it was Modelo.
Modelo.
It's Modelo time, but it's also Corona time.
I liked how Joe put 2 limes. He just knows me so well.
Hell yeah. That's so ridiculous that their sales are down, but they're owned by Anheuser-Busch, so
Yeah.
they're doing fine.
doing fine.
They sold so much Budweiser last weekend.
Did you see there's this picture? I should have sent it to you guys. Someone took a picture of a strip club after the Super Bowl. And I mean, there was so much money. It was like up to the stripper's like heel in her like really tall heels.
Damn.
And I was like, oh yeah. I was like, damn. I was like, how long were they there just like watching the game? And like, I was like, that's the one time you want to be a stripper is like during the Super Bowl.
Everyone's drunk as hell.
Yeah. And then if your
Got no
team's
shame.
winning,
Just got bankrolls.
yeah. Well, I mean, people drop lots of money. Like, I think on average, when people host a Super Bowl party, they drop over $100 between drinks, the food.
That seems pretty tame.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
could
that's
see you
every
going
household.
ham. Like, I get 6 pizzas from Papa Murphy's. I get, I don't know,
You get
like
a
30 rack of shit beer, a 12-pack of nice beer, 2 bottles, and let's see, bean dip for sure.
See, I think it's just like
Hot wings.
there's a lot of people going to bars now too, so I think that plays a role into why it's never higher.
Yeah, I like
'Cause-
house parties more.
Yeah,
Bars are too
too mainstream.
they're just loud, you know?
This is
Yeah.
the one where Forrest played. Toss a coin to your Witcher.
the whole party for New Year's.
That's true. House parties can be loud too.
I was like, I think we're doing fine until I think it was like 2 a.m. or something, and Force was still rocking out. I was like, it's a good song, but damn, Force.
Yeah, not a great show. Terrible show, actually.
It's a great show. I think it's fine. I've seen worse.
It's the fucking worst, dude. It's not good.
I think I don't know. It followed the book so well where I'm just like, I get it. And then everyone's just like, I don't get it. And I'm like, yeah, you kind of fucked up doing the book.
I understand liking shitty things, though. Because I like a lot of shitty horror movies, so I'm okay with you liking a shitty fantasy show.
Hey, I like that. It's gonna make a comeback in season 2.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna have a watch party at my house for one episode. And
Dude, I'm just gonna roast it the entire time.
You're not invited.
You're gonna hurt my feelings.
You have to stream it only. We'll live stream you
I'll Skype in. Joe will have me on speaker.
so we can mute you. Only movie you can make fun of it is whenever Trimmers 9 comes out and I decide to watch that.
9.
I don't know what they're really on. They're on quite a big number. And they're always on Netflix, and I'm always like, I liked these movies, and I'll watch it, and I'll be like, well, I'll still watch it. I'll just, like, finish it. Because I like the first 2. I used to watch those a lot with my grandpa. So I've always, like, when he passed away, like, I always go, I want to continue watching it. We used to always watch them on Sci-Fi when they came out. So now I'm, like, to the point where I'm just like, I wish they'd just, like, spend a little more money. This shitty CGI sucks. Because there was a cool thing. I wanted to go to it.
Hand puppets.
Well, it was all practical in the first few.
The first few, and it's amazing. And I wanted to go to this event. It was really close to my cousin's house when we went to E3.
Yeah.
He lives like right by there. There's this, it's a weird looking dome building, and it's where Oscars and like really neat like practical effects are in. And they're hosting an event for like the best practicals, and Trimmers was one of them for the giant worm coming out of the ground, and they're going to show how it was done.
It's a miniature.
They had a giant one. They had
Well, they had 2, yeah.
Yeah.
You have the miniature, and then that did the actual explosion, and then you have the life-size one when the people are actually in frame.
Yeah, and the life-size one, they were showing how it like could shoot out of like shallow ground. I'm pretty sure.
Honey, we shrunk the kids, and the kids are like, ah.
Yeah,
This is a giant ant.
It's like,
but I really wanted to go to that because I was like, I want to watch how they did that. I was like, that'd be
Remember
interesting.
that Whitest Kids sketch where he's like in a therapist's office and he's just pretending like he was the kid from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids? It's so fucking good. He's like, my dad would just drink all the time. And then one time he shrunk us down and lost us in the backyard for over a week. I miss that show. Whitest Kids. I wish they would make a reunion season or something.
Apparently, they're trying to do that with Friends.
Fuck Friends, dude. If you like Friends, get the hell out of my life.
I think it was.
you're like secretly like, I'm really disappointed they took that off Netflix.
No.
I have to get HBO Max now in May.
I have problems with shows that have a laugh track now, but the only one I'm like okay with is Seinfeld. But everything else is kind of just like, if it has a laugh track that doesn't line up with like really solid jokes, then I'm out.
I'm trying to think. Wasn't there a show I think I recommended? And you're like, you watch it and you're like, it has a laugh track. I was like, no, it doesn't. Then when I watched it, I was like, oh, it does.
And it's so distracting.
It's so distracting.
It's it was that it was all that 70s cast.
Yeah.
And it sucked because it had a laugh track.
Fuller House?
No, The Ranch.
The Ranch. What a
'Cause it wasn't-
terrible show.
The first season was okay until they got rid of the normal one that's like always high in that 70s show.
Yeah.
I forgot because he was funny. Ashton Kutcher is just
He's an from me.
Yeah, he's meh. I liked him in some movies where I'm like, oh, you're really good. And
Dude, Where's My Car? Classic.
that one's a good one. I like the one where what was it? The Butterfly Effect. I really enjoyed that movie.
Yeah, that was a weird one, but I did like it.
Yeah,
That was fun.
It was like,
different.
yeah.
Because he kept going back and he'd be like in a wheelchair because he tried to save the mom
Yeah, he
from the
kept-
exploding house, or what was it, firecracker in the miniature house mailbox.
Yeah, it's like if Back to the Future went horribly, horribly wrong
Yeah.
and was incredibly depressing.
But they did make 3 of those.
With different actors. Let's see. Joe's excited about the anti-Lego slippers for when he decides to get his Death Star.
Anti-Lego slippers. They're just flip-flops, dude.
That's a Lego. No, it has a top protector too.
Yeah, they're just weird-looking flip-flops.
You're
Looks
weird.
like an oven mitt, honestly.
It does.
Like little oven mitts for
Yeah.
your feet.
Someone's making a fuck ton of money, and it's not us.
And you can like take them off and get your pizza out of the oven.
I accidentally have a Lego on it, and it drops in the oven. You're like, no.
Yeah, that's pretty. I mean, you own several pairs of shoes, Joe.
Yeah, but you know.
They're not Lego. I own a lot of shoes too.
But when you're in the Lego room, you also want to have your Lego slippers on.
You have like a room now. Welcome to my laboratory.
Just turn the camera that way now.
Let's see. PS4 sells 108.9 million units worldwide.
PS4.
Yep, that's its official count as of right now.
It's a lot of units.
It's a good amount of money. So that's why I think Xbox has got a lot
of cheddar right there.
Yeah. Xbox has got a lot to catch up, especially when they said that they don't view Nintendo Switch or the PS4 as a rival anymore. They're like, oh, they're not rivals. I'm like, they both whipped your ass so good that
It's
you.
just a PR like.
No, they. I kind of like.
I have to say it to make the investors sound.
We're not even worried about.
So I think it was part of that, and I'll give them credit. They're trying to move into good streaming of games. They're trying to do that Netflix for games type.
Right.
And they're worried because Amazon is thinking about doing that. And I was like, yeah, if Amazon jumped in for how good they are at waiting until something's decent, unlike Google that jumped the gun on Stadia,
Yeah.
I think it could shake the market pretty good. And Xbox is trying to get there
That I
first.
saw recently, like if you bought something, you get like free like year of Stadia and like a controller and shit.
So many. Oh, Verizon. If you've got a
yeah, that's
Verizon
right.
phone, they'll give you Stadia for free.
Yep.
Hey, it counts as a sale. It's like how music artists, they'll throw in an album with a ticket
Oh,
so
man.
that they can up their album sales.
Who fucking did that? Because South Park made fun of them. No, it's U2. It was U2, wasn't it? That
They
like
did
attached
that?
it to.
Oh no, they sold it with every iPhone.
That's
how they
it.
sold
Because I remember
albums.
Joe got it.
Yeah, It
'Cause me and
came
Joe
on the
thought it was
iPhone,
hilarious.
And everyone was pissed. They were like, "What the fuck is this?"
'Cause Joe
U2
got
album
it.
doing here.
Because I think Joe broke his phone and he got it, and then we were giving him shit about the U2 album. And I think the worst part was Joe said like the ringtone was set to one of the songs too. Because like when you called Joe and you were an unknown number, which we did a lot, it would be like,
Oh, yep, there it is. Songs of Innocence,
Yeah, their worst album to date.
2014.
I remember when South Park made fun of him.
Yeah, South Park goes roast mode pretty hard.
I wonder when South Park's just gonna call it good soon. Because the
I don't think
Simpsons
they're
did.
going to, because right now Comedy Central doesn't have a lot of hit shows, and Comedy Central is like we have to keep, the only show that keeps people coming back right now
I
is
like
South
that and
Park.
Drunk History.
Drunk History is good, but I don't think Drunk History is more expensive to produce, or like it's just like a lot of people.
That's true.
But animation's expensive too.
South Park animation isn't, because remember they can make the
Well,
president's like-
They do it all in-house, don't they?
yeah.
They use Maya. It's all like vector graphics and shit.
Right.
Because it's quick, because they always get credit for how accurate they are when they're doing the president's speeches or something. They make fun of it, and it's like to the T, all the characters in the back are dead on. And
I remember Futurama was hella expensive because they did all that 3D shit.
Yeah.
And they had to
Oh,
send
yeah.
it to like Korea to have it done.
and it was
Maybe-
worth it. It's in
Yeah.
syndication mode now.
Yeah. It's making money.
I think I'm upset that Bojack Horseman got canceled.
Did it?
Yeah. Netflix axed it for the Goop. I don't know if that's real, but the Goop.
The Goop.
The Gwyneth
Wait, you
Paltrow.
haven't been watching the Goop
The Goop? Nope.
No.
Journey or whatever? I forgot.
Have you watched it?
Of course.
It's the most out of touch bullshit I've ever like even heard of.
I watched a guy on YouTube like review some of the episodes because I was curious, but I was like, I don't want to like click on it and give it views. I was like, I need to
Yeah.
give someone else my views. And the guy went into it. My favorite part is he goes, I'll take a shot for every time something stupid said. And then this one guy's like, I healed with like energy around you. He's like snapping around him. He's like, fuck. He starts chugging the bottle.
If you guys haven't seen it, you need to check out John Tron. He just like goes full on roast with Goop because he went to the Goop store and set up a snake oil cart across the street from it. It's so fucking funny, dude.
Really?
He's like selling snake oil right in front of the Goop store. It's the most hilarious thing I've ever seen.
Yeah. There was one.
But let me tell you about Goop.
Joe's all in on Goop. All right,
A lot
he's
of
got
the
the candle that smells like pussy. He's got the crystals up his butt.
My favorite one was like, they're like, the steam cleaners for your lower region. And I was like, for women, yours auto cleans itself. It
Does it
does
auto-clean
itself.
itself?
Yes.
Because I hear a lot of like women going into, well, you know, for not cleaning. Like,
Well, I mean, it does a decent job, but you should still take showers and other stuff.
I think
I don't
they
know
should
enough about
I think
this,
they
so
should
I'm
like
not gonna
make like a
touch it.
little mini loofah and
Douches and all that is super bad. Don't ever use those.
Unless you're doing it on your butt
Yeah.
before butt stuff.
Before butt stuff, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Medically speaking, I'm not a doctor, but I've worked in the medical field long enough that I'm like, that's not good. Don't do
What's
that.
your medical opinion on butt stuff?
butt stuff? You can get some fucking wicked infections.
Word up.
I only learned that recently because a doctor had to go in, and he was
personal
like,
experience.
I learned that recently.
I just learned that last night. Yeah, last night because I was at work and this guy's like, I've been having weird like peeing problems, and the doctor's just like, well, you popped up negative for a UTI, and I was like, that's rare for a fucking guy to get a UTI. I was like, why would we test that? Normally we just wait for him to pee blood, and that would say yes or no. And then he was like,
Yikes.
have you had any sex in other holes? He's like, oh, I had anal sex not that long ago. And he's like, yeah, some bacteria probably got in there. You're pretty fucked. And then he was like, what? And he goes, yeah, you're going to be on these like intense antibiotics. And and I was like,
Worth it.
I was like, it was like, he's upset too. He's like, oh, I like it. And I was like, maybe just wrap it. I don't know. So you don't get another fucking infection. You're dropping a couple grand
That's the
here.
whole point.
I guess
that
those
you
people
don't
keep
have
me in
to.
job, man. These people are what keep me in business. So
That's
do
true.
you.
That's true.
I really don't care. A few people have already, what was it? We pay attention and we see a lot of sex toys bring people to the ER sometimes. Those are the fun days.
A lot sometimes.
It's like,
There's
yeah.
like a little bunny sticking out of their asshole.
Well, it's like, it's these weird spikes, and it's always like near summer or something.
It's around Valentine's Day. Adam and
No.
Eve has a great sale.
Sponsor us, Adam and Eve.
Hollywood Hustler just opened up right next to the mall.
You think it would be, but it was always like around 4th of July, we'd be reading, and it'd be like, object stuck in butthole, object stuck in like
It coincides with the drinking holidays.
It kind of does, yeah. Like it's near 4th
Is
of
it
July.
prom?
Trying to remember what another one is, because it's always the holiday I
Patrick's
want to
Day?
work, and I try to get down to the ED. I'm always like, send me the ED, and they're like, why? And I'm like, because it's about to be the fucking wackiest night. It never fails. We always think it's funny. Like there's just spikes, and it is near drinking holidays, summer, and the beginning of winter. Like the first winter storm, we'll see a spike.
It's
of
gonna be a
something.
lonely winter.
Yeah.
Might as well stock up.
There's so many things. People come to the ED for wicked things, like
When you say ED, what do you mean?
Emergency
Erectile
department?
dysfunction
emergency department. People come for that too.
in the emergency department. Emergency! I need to have a boner now.
Yeah. Well, some of them just get concerned because that's like your first sign of prostate cancer sometimes. So people are like, it could be. And I'm like, or you're 80 and there's a pill.
Yep, I remember working in the pharmacy selling tons and tons of that shit. And like some dudes would be all fucking about it. Like they're all like, yep, gonna get some tonight. You know what? Add a couple extra in there.
Yeah.
Spice it up for me, Joe.
Try to keep it going all month long. And it's like, okay, cool. And then other guys are like, I'm just here for my prescription. I'm like, all right.
Well, now don't they mail it to you? I see it like
you
in the
can get
commercial where it's like, do you want this hidden? We'll mail it to you.
But they think there's a problem with like really young people now getting it because
Wouldn't surprise me.
because the website is so hip
Yeah.
that
Well,
think
they offer tons of other services, but that
Yeah.
was like,
that's the main one.
Yeah.
People
I think
are
they
ordering
have
boner
like one
pills.
for balding.
Yeah, but no one's taking pills for balding. They're just like, fuck it, I'm gonna go bald.
well, like, you
I
can
hate
just
people
get a
that like
fucking
keep it. Like
multivitamin.
when they've got like way back here and it's like tons of hair here and nothing up front, and then maybe like this weird.
What's
spot.
wild is when you see people from high school and they're wearing a hat and then they take their hat off and you're just like, oh shit, it's gone.
Alex, take your hat off right now.
No, I'm good. I'm pretty good. I got a little bit in the front going back, but it's not bad. Not bad.
Not bad yet. We better get you on those pills. Please sponsor us. Men something, I don't know. I need to go listen to the
Hymns.
commercial. Hymns, that's right. Hymns.
Keeps.
Roman is another one.
That was
I
I
wish
think,
the
I,
whole-
think, I think Roman's the one about the ED stuff.
Was hymns and Roman. They basically the same thing. And Vice did a whole story about young people taking it and like the illegal Viagra trade and stuff. Vice is doing
Stupid.
great stories these days.
Vice has done some pretty good ones though, where I'm always like, this is interesting.
Yeah, I like old Vice more than I like new Vice. Ever since Disney took over, they don't go
that's
to
right,
like
they don't go to
North Korea or anything. They just kind of like keep it safe and be like, "Hey, we're gonna investigate some ED pills."
There was one they did, and I was like,
did you see I think it was one about like people were like eating laxatives. and
That's
shit?
it.
Yeah.
What?
yeah,
Yeah, because it gives them like some crazy fucking high, like.
I guess. I didn't even know you could get high off laxatives.
But wouldn't you just shit your brains
You
out?
fucking, you do. You could vagal.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just like literally get on the toilet and lose your intestines.
I don't know. You know. Shit.
But the high was
You'll
so
get
good.
dehydrated as fuck too.
Yeah, but
After a while.
how good is the high if you have to like spend the whole time on the toilet, Joe?
Dude, they just wear fucking diapers and they
Well,
just walk around
like-
shit.
Are you serious?
I don't know.
Well,
That's just what I
You're gonna
imagine.
be sitting on the toilet doing heroin regardless.
True.
Well, that's true. So you mix the two. Heroin's gonna keep you stopped up, and the laxatives are gonna release everything. And then by the end, you're just kind of normal.
They shit out their own high. I don't know if they want to do that. You'd shit out the heroin pretty
You know what I
quick.
heard? That the people on New Year's, like where the ball drops in New York, there's nowhere to go to the bathroom, so everyone's just wearing adult diapers.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get stuck there for like 24 hours or some shit.
Yeah, you can't go into restaurants or anything and use the bathroom because it's like $600 to get a table in those places on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
So people just shit in their pants.
Just bring that little shit pail or whatever. Piss bucket.
I thought I saw that they're trying to do like porta potties everywhere or something.
Well,
now.
they do, but like, you know, it's like one for every like 1,000 people, so it's like
For New Year's,
It's gonna get full of shit.
yeah,
anyone that wants a fully $600. Got you.
Yeah, and you get like free drinks and some chicken tenders at these restaurants. Like you don't get. Like I heard you. Isn't that what you're saying?
it's $1,000 for fucking some chicken tenders
And free drinks, but you get to see the ball drop from the restaurant.
And you can pee whenever you want.
Yeah, you can piss. I mean, it might be worth it. Honestly, I'd pay $1,000. To
Is it
eat
per
some-
person or just for that table?
Per person, I think.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I was like, so there's no way you could be like, oh, I could fit 4. That's what?
Split the cost.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't be too bad, especially if everyone's getting drinks.
But it's
Yeah,
New
but-
York, you know.
That would be nice. I'd do something like that if they're like, yeah, it's $1,000 for that table. You're only allowed, 4 people total. And that's including you. So 3 other people, that's not a bad deal.
No, and then like you guid just drink and eat chicken tenders all night.
Yeah. Can they be dino nuggets so I could just write like Jurassic Theme Park? Man.
Honestly, dude,
And then like get a Lego that looks like Chris Pratt.
Oh, what was I watching? Like Chris Pratt was like
Chris Pratt or Pratt Chris?
Pratt.
Chris Pratt?
Chris Cross?
Chris Pratt.
no, he was doing some like tour of his house or something. He was just showing off all of his like
Legos.
posters of himself. And the posters. It was pretty funny.
It's like a Cribs episode, but it's just pictures of him on the wall.
Yeah, it was like, here's Everwood, and he's just kind of like there in the back, and then like keeps moving on. It was kind of funny.
Interesting.
What else is interesting? John Cena denies that he's the villain in F9.
Yeah, I don't really get that because he's clearly the villain.
Clearly the villain. It sounds like, well, we know from the last one.
Is there going to be a twist?
Charlize Theron.
She was the villain last time, and
Yeah,
she
but
like
now-
blackmails people. That's how she gets you to do her doing. She's like, I blackmailed you.
Yeah, but now she's like, cozying up to them, and
Wait, Charlize Theron or her character?
Her
in the
character is the villain.
Cause she had like fucking dreadlocks or whatever.
Movie? That
was
sounds
weird.
hot.
I don't know why.
You say that until like
You
I
see
haven't
it.
seen it.
I don't even know why.
He's gone.
Did I see that?
Yeah, she looks a little dirty.
I can't remember why I saw F.
it's still bigger. It's still big. Like
Yeah.
monster Charlize Theron.
Nice. My standards are pretty low, Joe.
It's like I'm willing to even do Gwyneth Paltrow's Goop.
Nope. I won't do it. Gwyneth Paltrow, you're out. For everything you stand for.
I think she just like doesn't believe in anything because she's never in any of the episodes doing the dumb shit. I think she's just like, I can't believe fucking dumbasses believe these
She's
products.
just raking in cash
Yeah.
for selling lifestyle.
Yep.
Although, the whiskey company we shot commercials for was on Goop.
Was it?
Oh yeah.
Axe in the Oak Whiskey. It's great whiskey. And it was on Goop.
Why?
Cool.
Was there any reason why, or is it just?
That's that story. And we shot a commercial for him.
Why don't you go shoot a commercial for John Cena?
Goop,
You won't be able to see him.
Axe and Goop.
Axe and Goop. Axe in the Goop.
And then apparently Fast and the Furious 10 is going to be broken into 10 movies, it sounds like, after Vin Diesel's interview.
What?
They were just like, he's like, at the end, he said, if 10 part 1 and part 2, do well, and maybe people want 11th, we'll do it. But he's like, but that's the end game is 10, 1, and 2. And I was like, I thought it was one movie, not two. I was like, fuck.
Oh, so 10 is going to be 2 movies, not
Yeah.
10 movies.
I mean, they probably
You said
could make
10 movies.
It's gonna be split. It's gonna be a
Split.
two-parter.
Two-parter.
It's going to be a limited series on Netflix.
Right.
And then 12 is just gonna be like a reboot, and they're gonna bring in like
John Cena.
Paul Walker's skeleton.
A digital Paul Walker and John Cena.
who's ever like the current reboot person that
Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt.
The Rock. Got to bring him in because he rakes in all the money.
Yeah, he really does. He warms the hearts of all Americans.
And even when he makes bad movies, it makes a fuck ton of money because of him. Like the Hercules movie, I remember when it first came out, it was always backed for the first couple weekends, and then when it died down, I was like, oh no, he made his fucking money. Like it made all its money back,
It's
and
a
then
really
some.
bad film.
It was.
I never saw it. I didn't even know it
Don't.
existed.
Don't. At least the other Hercules was a little better. Was it the one from Twilight Boy was in it?
Oh.
One of them
It
was like the Rise of Hercules.
Team Jacob?
No,
Nah.
it was one of the brothers of Edward Cullen.
This is the beefier looking
Yeah.
one.
A vampire?
Yeah. I don't know his name. He's been in some good movies. He was in Immortals. I liked him in there. He was
Immortals
really good.
Fun.
I liked that movie. It was different.
What
that was
is
a
it?
baby Henry Cavill. It was
really
like
good in that.
a guy. Was it Henry Cavill's character is a god or a
He's-
demigod?
He's a demigod.
And
And
there's
like,
this
there's what's his face is
Mickey
getting the
Rourke.
bow. Yeah, Mickey Rourke's trying to get this like fucking bow that can do shit, and
It's
they end up releasing the Titans and stuff at the end.
and then
It's
all
pretty
these
cool.
gods are coming down trying to stop
The Krakens?
everyone. Well, the gods are trying to stop Henry Cavill,
No, the gods are trying to help Henry Cavill.
but I thought Henry Cavill had to fight the Twilight Boy. I don't know what god he was. I think he was Poseidon.
No, it's because like he was Zeus's kid. Zeus was trying to help him out. All the other gods were kind of jealous, so they're kind of fucking.
Oh
with
yeah,
him.
that's right. They kept doing stuff as he's trying to help, and Henry Cavill beats the fuck out of everyone. My favorite's when he throws a spear like 20 miles away and it blows up the mountain.
No, that was the arrow.
Oh, was it there? I forgot. I haven't seen
You
it. in a
guys
while.
want to argue more about this 10-year-old movie?
Hey, it was a great movie.
I know you'd enjoy it.
You would enjoy it. I'm pretty sure the
CG
CG.
too.
What about that Saw 9 trailer, or Spiral as it's called now?
Saw. It's called Spiral now.
Spiral.
It's called Spiral,
Did you
the
not watch
Saw
the
story.
trailer?
Did you not watch it?
I
With
thought-
Chris Rock.
I thought we were over torture porn in this country.
This one doesn't look like it's torture porn too much. I mean,
That's
just
what
from the
Saw
trailer.
is.
Well, that's why it's
Saw-
called Spiral. It's supposed to, it's just set in the Saw universe, but it's its own thing.
Is
'Cause
it
this one,
James
he's a-
Wan?
No, Chris Rock.
It's got Chris Rock and...
He directed it. No,
what's
he
his
produced
face?
it, sorry.
Samuel L. Jackson's producing.
No, Chris Rock produced. Samuel L. Jackson's just in it.
I don't fucking remember.
Who directed it?
I don't know. I think Chris Rock and someone else.
God damn it, I've got to look up this info.
Because it was pretty good. Because Chris Rock, I know, produced it because everyone's like, oh, it's going to be dumb. He can't do anything. And I'm like, actually, he writes good scripts occasionally.
No, he's dumb.
Done.
Dumb.
But it looks pretty good. I think it looks different.
Director.
Darren Lynn Bozeman.
Good to him.
They're checking their...
He directed Saw,
Repo.
Repo... Which Repo?
St. Agatha.
Tales of Halloween.
A bunch of shitty horror movies is what it looks like.
So, right up your alley.
Right?
Nothing that I recognize. A bunch of Saw movies, though. Saw 3, 4,
Mother's Day.
2.
What about Saw
11, 11, 11.
So it's the same director, so it's probably still torture porn.
Maybe. I don't know. Chris Rock's in it.
Ooh, The Devil's Carnival.
The Devil's Asshole? What?
The Devil's Carnival. What movie did I see recently that had a carnival in it? It was like,
Toy Story
Shit.
4?
no, it was a horror movie, and the Candyman was in it.
Oh.
I have no idea. Trip's digging.
I don't have my phone. I can't look up any of this information.
I just have the articles up. That's all I've got that we're supposed to be
I would be
talking
able
about.
to find him. What's his name? Tony Todd. Tony Todd. We're gonna look him up.
Gotta do it quick. I don't know. But
Where's
while you do
Tony
that,
Todd?
Sam Raimi's gonna direct Doctor Strange 2.
I
yeah.
love
Joe
Sam
sent that.
Raimi.
Yep. Doctor Strange 2, directed by
All
Sam
my
Raimi.
heart.
I wonder what he's gonna do. I thought it was supposed to be more of a horror movie, so I was curious who they're gonna pick up. And
Are you saying Sam Raimi's not capable of horror?
no, I just expected someone like they're like, we're gonna get James Wan, like the big horror movie guys right now.
James Wan isn't really a big horror movie guy after Aquaman. Everyone's kind of like,
Yeah.
get out of here, James
Yeah.
Wan. You're fine.
Aquaman was good.
Yeah.
It was just as bad as I thought it was going to be.
It's because you hate everything with CGI.
CGI shucks.
Says the one that went and saw Annabelle 7 and was like, this is great.
No, I like Annabelle 7. The new Annabelle sucked ass too. It was bad.
Shenanabelle.
Annabelle Comes Home, I think is what
I
it's
didn't
called.
see that one.
What's that trailer for that one where it's all like the kid like finds some doll that's
Oh,
buried
The
out
Boy.
back? Is that
The
what that's
Boy
called?
2.
The Boy 2, yeah.
The Boy 1,
That was dumb because,
it was really dumb because it was just a man in the walls.
yeah. But then they're saying now the doll.
All around.
And then they're like, this doll is now a demon and it was possessing people. I'm like, you can't change the plot from the shitty first one and trying to reboot it. I'm like,
Yeah.
you should have just like, you should have just said when that guy died or whatever, someone died, their soul got stuck in the boy and he's gonna terrorize. You could have just fixed it way better than it was always a demon doll. And
Yeah.
because I think it's called The Boy 2 and then it's got whatever his name is. It's like the rise of Fred Burger. I don't know. I don't know.
Miso Burger.
He was in Hellfest. Hellfest is the one I'm thinking of,
Oh,
which is it's a movie.
that looks fun.
There was another horror movie called like a similar name. There's like
They're
a shitty
all
one.
the same.
And it was like they tried plot twisting it where the guy's like, I created all these murders because I'm sick of people watching horror movies and all of this. And the guy's like, I'll kill my own dad, and like blows up a building. And I was like, this whole movie's stupid. I'm like,
Yeah. I don't understand why you would try to ride off the coattails of The Boy, though. Because
I don't
The
know.
Boy, everyone universally hated it. And so now you're making The Boy 2.
and they're trying to like reboot it. It's the
Right.
there's a demon in the doll now.
Well,
or
there was a
something.
rash of movies that were just like people in the walls. Do you remember that for like 2 years?
Wasn't there one where there's a murder? Wasn't there one where like the Netflix one where like they move into a house and a guy like
and there's just a
pre-scoped
man
it?
living in the walls. That happened in like several movies
Yeah.
that year.
Because I remember the
for some
Netflix one,
reason.
like the guy murders all of them and then
It
he
was
drives
just
away.
like the It thing.
It was the it thing to like just have a man in your walls. And apparently it was scary for some people, but for me it was just like, okay, we've all had men in our walls.
I think it was just because it blew up because wasn't there like some girl that was living in like a person's attic and would like come out down and like
there are real stories, but they're old.
yeah.
So like I think what happened is all those true crime YouTube channels kind of blew up, and then they were like all going over the same kind of true crime stuff where there was a man living in someone's walls, and then a bunch of writers were like, "Ooh, I'm gonna steal that," and then Reddit fucking made it happen.
There's
you know what else?
Goop in the walls.
This Goop, the Gwyneth Paltrow comes out, stick this up your butt. Wow. And you're like, oh. That'd be a good horror movie we should make. It's just like,
Gwyneth Paltrow in. Stick this up your butt.
no, you just, like never give the title. Just call it, just call
called
Untitled
Stream
Horror
of-
Movie, and then at the end reveal the like horror movie where she comes out. She's like, and she like puts like the Egyptian like pill up your butt, and then you're just like, dude, it's like Gwyneth in the wall.
Why does my house smell like
Vagina.
Just a haunting trailer of like weird Goop stuff showing up around his
Yeah.
house.
Like there's and then a guy comes in and he's like snapping around you. I'm gonna fix your energy. I didn't call you. And he like closes the door and he's like freaking out. And there's like the guy that can swim in ice cold water going behind you. I'll teach you.
His girlfriend's like burning sage, but like she's all silhouetted in the dark.
And then you just see her hair turning more blonde.
Yeah.
like Gwyneth Paltrow.
And she's like on her phone, just like adding stuff to a cart.
And you just see his bank account like dwindling. Why did I spend $900 on a candle? Apparently that candle sold out too.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
surprise me.
yeah,
I feel like people bought it as a joke too.
right.
Which fucking doesn't. Quit buying shit.
It's a $90 joke.
right.
Gwyneth Paltrow doesn't care.
Yeah.
Fucking, she got like 80% of that.
Her and her kid Apple are fucking raking it in over there.
Is her kid really Dave Apple?
Yeah.
Fuck. I never knew
It's like
that was
Apple-
Apple, Moses, and I forgot what the third one's
Why is
called.
his name
Some dumb.
Granny Smith Apple.
Yeah. Not great.
Never great.
Not great stuff.
But do as great. Jim Carrey gives his opinion on the Sonic movie.
I love Jim Carrey.
He said that he was happy that the studio went back and fixed Sonic. He was like, fans weren't happy. And he's like, they were good enough to go back and fix it. He's like, good on them. And I'm like, yep. And their $2 billion extra budget went in. But they did that pretty quick.
Did you guys see it?
Doesn't come out till the 14th. That's right. Let's go see it, Joe, on Friday.
Will you be my Valentine?
Damn.
Go see Sonic.
Might as well. No one else. Kenna's got to work. I'm not going to be home all on a
I'll
Friday
bring you
night.
a heart-shaped box full of Totino's pizza rolls.
Damn straight you better. We can pregame. Go see Sonic. I wonder if it'll be packed or not.
That's probably gonna be a no on. if
On
you-
Valentine's. It's gonna be a lot of 13-year-olds trying to get some
That's what I think.
heavy petting done.
I don't know. When me and Joe saw Detective Pikachu, it was oddly packed for a.
A shit movie.
It was shit.
It was fun.
But it was like a Friday night. Me and Joe went at like 8 after. It was like 8 or 9 after dinner or something, and
But
we
what
walked.
was the kind of people? Was it people who look like they would be free on a Friday
No, it was a bunch
night?
of kids. It was a bunch of kids, and I'm like, "Yo, don't you have school tomorrow?"
No, it's because their parents were dragging them there.
Yeah,
Probably.
yeah, it's a bunch of '90s parents. Fucking, we're going to see Pokemon.
We're gonna say Pikachu. Pika Pika, motherfucker.
But I'm into Temtems.
It's the same goddamn thing.
Oh, come on, we can see it Friday, and then we'll just do a drunk review on it.
And call it Digimon the whole time.
They're making a new Digimon movie too. I'm down for it.
Are
Love
you
Digimon.
serious?
Yeah, another animated one.
Oh, that's
I
not
wish
a real
they would.
movie. Everything's real now, okay? If it's not live action, I don't fuck with that.
Now then. But that Blizzard had to apologize because of World of Warcraft 3 remastered because it wasn't anything like they promised. It's
Yeah.
now got the lowest Metacritic score ever.
Blizzard has just been burying themselves so slowly.
Well,
What they need
they're
is to
Activision
pull
now.
out that Sword of 1,000 Truths and
Well, the worst part is they're not going to fix the problems people are bitching about. They're like, "Oh, we're sorry, it's not what you wanted." And it's
They
like,
don't care because they have those esports games that are just raking in fucking tons of money.
well, then they have like all the, was it World of Warcraft? The
World of
MMO?
Warcraft, people are paying $15 a month to play.
I think it's free, but now you have to buy the items. So
What?
they have a free version. I don't know how it fully works. It's just, I know it went mostly free to play, but then they did the whole like loot box system in there. And that probably rakes them in way more money because someone's like, "Oh, I'll spend $5 today," and then the next day, "I'll spend $5 today," and they've already gotten almost half back. And then, maybe someone buys a $30 pack and it comes with a bunch, and
Yeah.
they've already bought. Well,
As much as I love Blizzard's games, as a company, they're just kind of shit right now.
well, it's because Activision bought them out.
Well, Activision is good.
No, they're pretty shitty at their like. What name something that Activision has made besides Call of Duty right now?
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
That was like fucking a long time ago. All they make is Call of Duty games now.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't play that many games. I play like 2 games really hard.
And one of them is
Call of
Words.
Duty. The other's Words with Friends. My grandma's really into it.
You're always wrecking her shit because you have a dictionary. You have the, what is it? Isn't there like a website that you can punch in like
Yeah,
whatever
I
you
don't-
have and it
I
gives
don't-
you the words?
I don't pull that shit.
I know when people pull that shit is when they use a
Yeah.
big word and I'm like, I didn't even know what that meant and I had to Google it. Like, no fucking way.
we got StarCraft, Destiny,
Oh yeah,
Ooh,
Destiny.
Pet
Des-
Rescue, huh?
Pet Rescue. Well, now Bungie bought back Destiny, so
Good. It'll probably be good now.
yeah.
Guitar Hero, remember that?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Band Hero.
That was Rock Band.
No, they have a Band Hero one they made because
Oh,
they
yeah,
didn't make
that's
Rock
true.
Band. Rock Band was made by someone else.
Rock Band got made, and then they were like, "Well, we can do that too."
Yeah. And they did like Band Hero or something. And I remember they even had the discs up top for their
Yeah.
drums. And everyone was like, "Yeah, it's more real." And I'm just like, you're in plastic shit. It's not real.
Yeah. Although I could play expert on the drums in Rock Band.
I can feel it.
It's insane how much time we spent like
Learning a fake instrument.
learning a fake instrument. But I think it inspired a lot of people to like grab a guitar and stuff.
Well, there was one game I wish would have gotten more praise. My friend had it. I think it was called like Rock Legends, and you had to plug in a real guitar into this little port, and then it would teach you how to play the guitar through a game, like Rock Band.
This sounds like a lot of work, dude. I'll just look up guitar tabs and learn Blink-182 songs because they're all easy.
Right. But I thought that was an interesting like concept when they did it because my friend got really good, and I was like, "Oh," and I was like, "How'd you learn?" He goes, "Oh, from this. It teaches you." And then it yells at you if you're wrong. They pull, was it Whiplash?
Whiplash.
Isn't that the one where the guy like yells at the drummer?
Oh.
Right? I was like, I'm pretty sure.
The original Whiplash was Bop It.
Pop it, twist it, you failed. Oh! the anxiety of that game. I'm pretty sure
You
that's why.
suck.
That's
it
why.
was like one of the only children's toys that would just like completely
Shit talk
roast
you.
you at the end. Do it again, but better.
But better. Even if you did good, you'd be like 200. You'd fail. You'd be like, you didn't do so good. I was at 200, bitch.
Remember, like Simon Says.
It just beeped at you. It didn't talk.
Didn't talk
to you.
shit.
But I'm just. Never mind.
It was the same kind of toy for sure, just
Yeah.
like buttons and sequence.
I think I like to. There is this new one where it's like a steering wheel of Bop It. You have to like twist it, like instead of twisting it, you had to like go like that, and then it had like 2 poles, and you had to pull both of them. It was like super high end, and I couldn't do it. And I was working at the deaf and blind school. This blind kid come up, he goes, he's like, I'm really good at it. He got to like 80, and then he's like, I'm bored, and set it down. And I was like, fuck you. I was like, fuck you. And I couldn't get past 10.
Bop it.
Twist it.
I think that's where my anxiety started, right there. I'm pretty sure we could like pinpoint that's when every kid's anxiety started. Just, when did you first have anxiety problems? It's like, twist it. And you pulled it. Oh,
You suck.
And it's got to be like that, like slow-mo voice. It's in slow-mo voice while it plays Mad World. All around it, it's like, you suck. And then you're all sad.
And you just have to tell people you're fine, but you're not fine.
Can we make this commercial, please? Please take like 2 minutes tops. Editing probably longer on your computer.
I don't edit anymore.
Gets sent to me. And then I don't edit. I will soon. These past couple ones, I just been like, I'm gonna upload them while I get, because I've been getting used to that free one. You told me to download
DaVinci?
DaVinci.
Yeah, I'm in Premiere Pro because I'm a pro. God.
It's for professional.
Yeah.
Well, the only one I purchased was, what was it? It was super cheap. So I can screen capture stuff for reviews and
Vegas.
no, it was just some Microsoft one. It was like
Some
$5 for a
random
year,
screen
and I was
capture
like,
one.
yeah, sure. I need to screen capture a lot of shit for reviews, and I haven't done many anymore.
Movie Edit 7.0.
I wish. Yeah, it's got like some weird name, and I'm pretty sure I paid Russia money.
Oh, God.
It was on the Microsoft store, and I thought it was safe, and then I'm like, fuck. I'm like, good thing you used PayPal, so they didn't give much
They
out of
only
it.
know your address.
They know my mom's address. I don't put my apartment address in anything.
Okay. All right. So, Joe, what's going on with this Hunchback of Notre Dame soundtrack?
What? That's the like most bopping thing.
Remember,
Dude, I
All
bet you
for
this is
One?
probably worth some decent money for some fans.
Voices and sounds of horror. We got some, like,
Oh!
haunted house soundtrack. in
If you
here.
subscribe now, we'll sign it and send it to you.
Pretty sweet. Do you have a tape player?
No, it's broken. Remember we tried doing it?
We got Hercules, Zeros to Heroes. Hercules had a great soundtrack.
I like how you just opened his cabinet and started going through his cassette. I feel like these are in pretty good shape for probably how old it is.
Joe takes immaculate care of all of his belongings.
That Star Wars VHS one's got to be worth some money, right, Joe?
1996.
Is it the one before George Lucas started fucking with it?
Yeah. And it's in pretty
Oh,
good
actually, I've
shape.
got copies of those on VHS.
Is there a big hairy man instead of Jabba?
I like when they like it's like a big fat guy.
Yeah. There's a hairy Jabba, big hairy man.
Wasn't that job and then they change it to the monster later?
Yeah, and they had to like digitally put him in because it was the first movie, right? New Hope.
I thought it was the second.
What is the first one? New Hope.
New Hope,
Yeah,
they
New Hope.
do something else, but the second, that's when he talks to Jabba. And then the third one's when you meet him in the monster form for some reason.
What do we got on here?
Okay, what do you play the fuck that on? A fucking GameCube?
It looks like a regular CD player.
Yeah, it's just a little mini disc.
It's like a EP.
Could it still play on a...
Maybe.
5 songs. Fooled
From
around
zero
and
to
fell in
hero,
love.
then it skips and it's like... What's another Hercules song? That's the only one I know.
Contains a 3-inch CD, which is compatible with most, but not
Oh,
all
it's made by
CD
Coca-Cola. I
players.
can see their advertisement on it.
Oh yeah.
We'll get in trouble. Don't show
I
that.
think it was like free with like one of those like
Kids meals.
Promotional.
like 12 packs or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pop music. Now that's what I call music volume.
So 0 to
4.
Heroes on there.
No,
No,
we
what
got
year did that
Henry
come?
Lee Summer,
1991.
Deacon Blue, Real Gone Kid, Paul Young. It's what she didn't say. I literally know none of these.
Right?
songs.
I was like, I don't know any
So
of
this
these.
is probably some like random pop music that they paid almost no money for.
Britney Spears before Britney Spears.
But we have lots of like holiday music and horror sounds, which I'm sure are just a blast. We got Mario Teaches You to Type.
No way. Fucking dope. That's a real thing? That's fucking insane.
We got Hello Kitty Teaches You to Type.
Really? I don't know. You're the one digging through there, and you pulled out some pretty surprising things, and it just would not shock me at this point.
This is Hello Kitty Big Fun Deluxe. I have no idea what this actually is. It's just
Dude, that looks fucking like it's covered in viruses.
it's a cartoon toolbox, which doesn't make any sense, but
I don't know. Just put it into the computer and see what it does.
Joe, I'd have to install Windows XP to run this.
No, you'd have to run an emulator to trick it,
Windows
probably.
94.
Yeah. You'd have to download an emulator, have the emulator trick it, and then hope that that would work. And then it would probably give you like a screen that's like 4x4 on the computer.
Oh shit.
Star Wars?
Atlantis.
Oh.
It's an Atlantis PC game. Remember Atlantis?
It was a good movie.
Last of the Mohican soundtrack, dude.
It's a good one.
Hey, Joe, how do you feel
Daniel
that
Day-Lewis.
Apple got sued in UK for slowing down iPhones? You got in trouble for it.
Yeah, everybody does it.
Everyone's been doing it. Samsung's been doing it.
Just Apple finally got sued and lost.
Did you hear they were trying to make everyone use the same charging
Yeah.
cord
There's that
in
whole.
the UK?
Yep.
Which is just dumb.
Thought it was an okay idea, but then I'm just like, meh.
Yeah.
Don't they already have the weird ports in the UK?
Yeah.
Bark, bark, bark.
Well, I guess
like
we're the ones with the
those-
weird
those
ones because everyone
backwards,
else
like,
does the
big
backwards
ports.
ones. Yeah. Because when I go to foreign countries, I always have to bring that converter.
They're all like weird and chubby, and they're just
Yeah.
like, why is this so obnoxiously large?
Yeah.
They
'Cause
could
I
just
hate
do,
going
like, a
anywhere.
little-
Japan was smart, and theirs plugs have USBs. So I didn't have to bring it. I just USB plugged it, and it charged it pretty fast.
So Oscars are tomorrow night.
Yeah, I know. Who do you want to win, Joe? The
so-
Joker or Jojo Rabbit?
Woo!
It's obviously going to be Little Women.
Yeah, honestly, probably Little Women's gonna clean up at the Oscars. It's such an Oscar movie.
Well, there was a few movies that got snubbed, like, what is it? I Am
Annihilation.
Dolomite. You're still bitter about this one.
But I think Annihilation came out like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. They got snubbed.
But I Am Dolomite. I watched that, and it
It
was
a
pretty
one.
good.
It was a good one.
I think it could have been nominated for a few
It
things. It's
should
good
have
for
been.
Eddie Murphy coming back.
Doesn't have to play in theaters if it's gonna get nominated.
It did for a short while. It
Just
was like a limited release.
The Irishman,
Irishman.
the best, longest movie.
Fucking, that movie took me 2 days to finish. I like did an hour and a half, and I was like, I'm done. I'm
I'll
gonna
watch
come back.
season 2 tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm gonna go watch The Witcher again. Just to make Alex angry.
It's so bad.
I
It's
want a
so
chili dog.
bad.
with lots of chili. Isn't that what he orders in the beginning? It's like a chili dog with like,
Oh, fucking
I don't
remember.
remember. Because now people are like, we could make recipes like that. I'm like, it's just a chili dog with a fuck ton of shit that's gonna kill you.
In The Witcher?
No, in the Irishman in the beginning, he's like, I always go and get this chili dog. And then he's like, but I get this extra chili, extra cheese. Like he says all this stuff. And now all these like recipe YouTube channels are like, we can make our own version of it. I'm like, it's just a fucking
chili
chicken
dog.
chili dog. There's nothing special except for binging with Babish. I like when he made it because he's like, it's just a chili dog. So then it showed him like make a simple one. He goes, but I'm gonna make a better one. And then he like made his own chili, did a bunch of like kind of interesting things, but he like completely changed it.
It reminds me of this place I went to up in Denver when I was in college. I forgot what it's called. It was off Colfax, but they served like chili dogs. It was like these weird gourmet chili dogs. But you know, it was just really like you just kind of go in there. It's all like, all right, what type of meat frank do you want? And then we've got vegetarian chili, we've got turkey chili. You know,
That's such a college town thing to do.
But it was actually pretty tasty though.
Vegetarian hot dogs are not tasty.
Oh, not the
Trying to
veggie.
remember.
No.
Right?
They're like rubber. It's like trying to bite through an eraser.
It's like when you bang like a regular hot dog, it breaks. The veggie one just.
Yeah.
It kind of bounces.
I don't know. I ate that sketchy pizza that was like in a food truck the last time we were up there.
Sketchy
was good.
pizza is usually fine.
Yeah.
Oh, the
it was
pizza
good.
from the food trucks were pretty good.
They were.
Food trucks.
But it was just like when you went
are
up to it.
okay with me.
Oh man, what was it? I don't think you were there that night. We bought like these. There's a taco food truck that.
Oh yeah, I wasn't there.
For was it Brian's birthday?
Yep.
We bought like fucking so many fucking tacos from this little taco truck.
They bought a lot. I got pictures. Joe just sent it. Wish you were here, and it was like at least like 20 plus tacos.
Cool.
We have to
Yeah, tacos.
tacos.
Tacos are really good. Off
What
of
are
the
your
truck.
favorite tacos?
What are your
What's favorite
taco?
kind of taco?
Gwyneth Paltrow's.
The Goop taco. It smells like vagina.
It's a fish taco.
It looks exactly like a vagina. It's kind of got like a pita
But
bread
it's
with
made out of
extra-
everything natural.
One time I had a fish taco and it tasted like vagina. And I had to stop eating because I was just like, oh no. This is just not going to work. It tastes exactly like, you know.
So, do you know that Taco Express that's by Coronado that everyone always
Yeah.
goes to?
I still go to that one.
So me and my friends for lunch went there, and we ordered the breakfast burritos, and we were driving away trying to make it to class, and my friend Crispy takes a big bite out of his, and you could just see this like street of tuna come out. And I was laughing so hard, and he goes, oh, and I was like, oh no, and he's like, turn around. I was like, oh, it's too late, we're gonna be late. You eat that, and we keep going.
What the fuck?
And we gave him like a bunch of the green chili, the red one too, so he could just dump it down there because he kept eating it
What the fuck?
because he was hungry. And it was just funny because it was like, it looked like a breakfast burrito, but it was straight up just tuna, like this big, stacked up that high, all tuna.
What the fuck? That's not even like on the menu.
It's not. I don't know how he got it. And it was so funny. I still give him shit. I'm like, dude, they hated you so much. You got some fake ass tuna burrito.
Ugh. Nasty.
Oh, it was just hilarious seeing his face because as soon as he took a bite, you could tell something was wrong, and then when he pulled away, you could just see the tuna. And you're like, oh no!
Weird.
I think it was karma because we jumped out of a car, and I got hit by another car when I jumped out, and he made fun of me. He's like, "You're dumb. You got hit by a car." And then when we're leaving, he got a tuna burrito, and I was like, "Ha, karma, bitch." But
Well. Anything else we want to cover before we wrap up today, boys?
buy Corona, so that
Support Corona in these trying times.
they need it.
Corona.
You won't get the virus.
We should start making fake ads. Just so someone getting sick. I know what will fix me.
It's a viral
Corona. I drank too much Corona. The coronavirus.
I didn't know Corona was so popular over in China.
Right? Oh, man.
All right.
That's it.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.
Thank you guys.
Bye.
We'll see you guys listening, hearing.
I'm 32.
Next week.
This is 31.
Is that it?
Yeah.
32?
Yep.
We have
Plus, we're, just so everyone knows, we're purposely 1 week behind. So
Are we?
we are. So the Oscars already happened when you see this. So good job, Jojo Rabbit. You were winning an Oscar.
Little Women.
I keep forgetting I should let us know so we don't date this that hard. I made it. Thought it'd be easier for editing. It's just in case if anyone had anything, we're a week behind.